everybody, my name is Denny and welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be giving you a couple of tips for all you cheapskates out there. And what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be packaging some chicken and putting it in the freezer. However, before I even get to that, as far as being a cheapskate goes, you really want to make sure you get the best value for your money when you're at the grocery store. And a lot of times that involves buying things in bulk. So, large packages usually have a lower unit price than a smaller package of something, but be very careful when you shop. Know your prices, because it's not always true. Sometimes the retailers are going to mess with the prices and you think you're getting a better deal when you're really not. So just be careful when you're doing that. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be putting up some chicken, and there's a variety of things you can do to put up some chicken. You could just put it into an ordinary plastic bag, put a twist tie on that, throw it in the freezer. You could get yourself one of these plastic storage containers. Put the chicken in there and pack that in the freezer. And that's not what I'm doing today. What I'm doing today is I'm going to be using a vacuum sealer system that uses this little vacuum sealer machine and these specialized plastic bags. Now, these bags are quite expensive, and this is where the cheapskate in me comes out. I'm here to tell you how you can get more mileage out of these bags. All right, so here's the system here. You've got this machine. This machine has a vacuum pump and a heat sealing element. On the inside, you see there's this oval area with a rubber gasket around it, and there's a little dished out area in here. The way it works is you take this plastic bag, you lay it in the area so that the opening of the bag is inside this dished out area. That dished out area is to collect any liquids that may come out of the bag if they're drawn out of the bag. When you close this down, the gasket makes a seal on the bag, and up here is a heating element. When the vacuum pressure reaches a certain point, the heating element will seal the bag right along this black line down here. So that maintains the vacuum seal inside the bag. The way the bag works is this is a specially constructed bag, and I'm going to show you a close-up of it here in a sec, but this is a specially constructed bag that has channels. It's got a textured interior to it that will help channel the air out of the bag. That's why you can't use just a plain plastic bag in here, because it'll just make a seal and the air won't be drawn out of it. So here you can see the texture on the inside of the bag. It's kind of a waffle pattern that allows the air to flow through even when the two halves of the bag come together. So here's the chicken I'm going to be packaging. I have 4 very large boneless, skinless chicken breasts. I'm going to be using 2 of them tonight for our supper, but 2 of them I'm going to pack away. And I don't want to just take the chicken and place it into the bag, because that textured lining inside here will get the chicken juice, and it makes it really hard to clean. What I want to do is I want to be able to clean this bag and reuse it again. So to keep the bag clean, what I do is I use an inexpensive plastic bag, and I'm going to take and place my chicken into this inexpensive bag, and then place the inexpensive bag inside the vacuum bag. So here goes. Take one of these big babies, stick it down in there. Now if you want, you could take a little piece of wax paper and put it in between the 2 pieces of chicken, which will make defrosting even easier. But for today, I'm not going to bother with that step. I've got enough to do. Okay, so I've got my 2 pieces, my 2 chicken breasts in the inner lining bag. Now the one thing about this, because the bag does not have any channels to allow the air to come out, it could end up being like a little balloon inside the vacuum bag. So in order to allow the air to channel out of this bag, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a paper towel that I have rolled up, and I'm going to place it inside here so it's just touching that piece of chicken. Then I'm going to roll it over, and hopefully that will allow some of the air to be vacuumed, drawn out of that bag. Now I take this bag and place it inside the textured vacuum bag. Okay, let's make sure that the paper towel isn't going to interfere with the sealing area. Now I'm going to place the whole thing onto the machine. Close and lock the lid like so. And when I start the machine, it's going to draw the air out of this bag, and when it reaches the sealing point pressure, it will automatically seal. So here goes. Try not to get any wrinkles. It's almost there. Now it's sealing. And that's it. When I release, the bag has a heat seal line on it. Now I like to be a little on the safe side and do it the heat seal again. So I'm going to put it back into the machine a little bit further out than it was before, and there's a seal button right here. All I have to do is hit the seal button and it will seal again. So it'll not only have one seal, it'll have two. And I have two heat seal lines on here. And the other thing I'm going to do is you'll notice that these bags have an area for that you can write in, and you usually put in, you know, what is in this bag and when you packaged it. Okay, but in order for me to get more usage out of the bag, I don't know if you can see that, but there is right up here in the corner. See that number? I don't know. It's a little shiny. Number 2 right there. Number 2. Okay. That means this is the second time I've used this bag. So here's what I do. I have a Sharpie marker, and I'm going to mark what's in the bag and what the date is, and then I'm going to, below the seal line, I'm going to write number 3. That means that'll be the third time I've used this bag. So here you can see that I've marked the bag as to what's inside it. Chicken breast, today's date, 1/27. Now the number 2 appeared up here because that was the second time this bag had been used. But when I open this bag, I'm going to cut just below that bottom, or the lowest seal line, and the number 3 will indicate that this will be the next time I use this bag. It'll be the third time I use it. As you use the bag, you cut the numbers off, and the bags get smaller each time. But you can usually get 4 or maybe 5 uses out of each bag, depending on what you have to put away. So that's it. This one's going into the freezer, and next I'm going to talk about what you have to do to clean these bags so you can get another use out of them. So that's pretty much it. When you go to defrost one of these bags, the first thing you want to do is you want to, while it's still frozen, you want to take the inner package out of this bag. And to do that, you're going to use some scissors and cut just below that bottom sealing line. Take off, that'll remove the label that you've put up here, and it'll leave just the number 3 to show that this will be the third time this bag gets utilized. As far as cleaning goes, when you go to clean one of these bags, you want to make sure, even though hopefully there's no juices or anything on the inside of the bag, you want to make sure that you clean it very thoroughly. And here's where I'm going to catch flack on this video, because I'm sure people are going to go, oh, there's going to be germs in there, there's going to be chicken juice that doesn't get out, and you're going to mix other food in with it. You're going to clean these bags with hot water and an antibacterial dish soap. I use a scrub pad that will allow me to get right into the corners of the bag, right? And then make sure that you clean both sides. Clean it this way, clean it this way, clean the outside of it, rinse it well. And what I like to do is I like to open it up and put a little dent in the bottom like so. Make sure that the corners are open all the way up. And you can put that in your drying rack like this. Leave it open at the bottom. Wait a minute, got a little wrinkle there. There we go. Make sure that it's open to the bottom. Put it in your drying rack and let it air dry thoroughly before you put it away. So the most important step, I think, when it comes to reutilizing these food storage bags is to make sure that you clean them well. Use an antibacterial detergent and air dry. Okay? After that, having the inner liner inside protects your food. It also protects the bag itself. That is my tip for today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you do, please watch my other cheapskate videos and tune in again. Subscribe if you like. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.